Hey everyone, and welcome back to Wealthy Brains. As a global macro investor, Dan Tapiero says Bitcoin is a once in a lifetime opportunity, and that's because Bitcoin's value proposition is far bigger than an asset. From the beautiful city of Connecticut, we had Dan Tapiero, founder of DTAP Capital, join Leah Halpern on Altcoin Buzz YouTube Spotlight. With a career spanning 20 years as an accomplished portfolio manager, Dan says Bitcoin is much bigger than gold. Dan Tapiero has increasingly contributed to the reorganization potential of the crypto market worldwide. In one interview with Raoul Pal for the Real Vision channel, he explained why he sees the Bitcoin as the investment of the future. In the view of Tapiero, future generations can remember the creation of the internet as an important step in the construction of this new currency system. Wouldn't it be interesting if the internet was just the basis to allow the structure of the Bitcoin to exist? Thus, in the end, the role of the internet would have been to sustain and maintain the Bitcoin in the world. So the internet would have been created for the invention of this new system, he questioned. He stated that he began investing and researching on the Bitcoin when the currency fell by 85%. According to Tapiero, it was at that moment when he realized it was a great invention. This is not a coin, it's a system. In addition, he defines the Bitcoin and gold as alternative currencies and says both are like cousins. If they are presented as the invention of a new system, and if they are articulated in the right way, it would be possible to make the adoption easier and faster, he says. As a co-founder of Gold Bullion International and having managed multiple trillion-dollar portfolios, Dan Tapiero's opinions about Bitcoin has changed drastically from 2013 to 2020. After working with influential investors like Michael Steinhardt and Stan Druckenmiller, Dan now insists that investors must put 1 to 3% of their funds in Bitcoin as per the current scenario. From writing it off as a VC plaything to a Bitcoin believer, Dan's years of experience in the market and working with a multi-million trend analysis of assets make him expertly qualified to understand Bitcoin as an asset. And to that, Dan confirms and affirms an investment opportunity like Bitcoin comes once in a lifetime. Moreover, he agrees with his contemporaries like Dan Morehead, the Pantera Capital CEO, on the bullish prospects of the cryptocurrency. Recently, Morehead had predicted there were 50% chances that Bitcoin might touch 115,000 by August of 2021. But that's BTC as an asset. There's much more. Talking from a macro perspective, Dan acknowledges the traditional narrative of Bitcoin that it is a better form of money or it is akin to digital gold. But he insists that it is just one way of explaining Bitcoin and is not accurate. According to Dan, gold is an asset with the longest track record. With his macro investor's cap on, he accepts that at this moment, Bitcoin is definitely not as big as an asset like gold. He explains that with a suitable example. As per Dan, a person with $1 trillion portfolio generally wants to have a 5 to 10% hedge for his portfolio, and that amounts to be close to 50 to 100 billion. However, owning Bitcoin worth 50 to 100 billion is a challenge right now. That's because the total market cap of Bitcoin is only 200 billion. Therefore, at this moment, in Dan's opinion, gold is more suitable hedge for such big portfolios. However, he sticks to his guns and states that Bitcoin will be far bigger than stock, gold, and commodities, and that's because Bitcoin is not just an asset but rather an invention that can do so many things. Moreover, he says there is quite a possibility that Mark Yusko's prediction for Bitcoin comes true. According to Yusko, Bitcoin's market cap could reach that of gold in the near future, and Dan shares that he would not mind keeping 2 to 3% of their portfolio as Bitcoin. Up against Warren Buffett. If a global macro investor like Dan appreciates Bitcoin as an asset, then why do we see Warren Buffett not advocating Bitcoin? According to Dan, Buffett's investment instincts cannot be criticized as he happens to be one of the greatest investors of all times. The only plausible explanation to his stance against Bitcoin is that he is yet to do his work on it and understand it well. Clash of Titans, gold versus Bitcoin. Dan's investment advice in the current market scenario is that one's portfolio must have both BTC and gold. According to him, one must have 1 to 3% invested in Bitcoin and 5 to 7% in gold. Are altcoins worth investment? As per Dan, Ethereum and Binance are a few of the top altcoins. While ETH is super interesting, Binance is led by the powerful vision of CZ. But all in all, BTC dwarfs them for Dan because it is scarce and has a store of value. However, he says ETH holds tremendous value for programmers and must not be dismissed. The real market vision, COVID-19. According to Dan, the economic crisis we are facing were not inflicted by COVID-19. In his opinion, all COVID-19 did was that it just pricked the current economic balloon, and this balloon was already in an unstable state with the Fed pulling back on its balance sheet and increasing interest rate. Dan suggests that in total almost 20 trillion were injected in the American economy in a couple of weeks, and that is actually the current total size of the American economy. Such a gigantic percentage of injection has worsened the situation. The worst is behind us. We believe Dan Tapiero is the first one to say that, but according to him, March was the worst of the markets. The markets have started exhibiting signs of recovery. He believes that the markets with functionality are performing better than the rest. To state an example, Dan points to Nasdaq, which is approaching its all-time high, while Dow is still going down. He suggests that currently it is not the market that is performing badly. In fact, it is all about the people's sentiments, which are extremely negative. As per Dan, only 10% of investors believe that the market is recovering, while the 70% believe we are entering a phase of recession. According to Dan, this COVID-19 inflicted market turmoil has created a wonderful opportunity for digital currencies, and that is because the entire world seems to be going cashless. Investment of the future. For Tapiero, the Bitcoin has the potential to be the biggest investment option of the future, with great relevance in the economy because it is a completely different independent investment. Tapiero also emphasizes that the Bitcoin could be an element of economic development and with great potential for the generation of jobs. Some companies have brilliant ideas, but they do not have enough customers. There is plenty of room for creative professionals, marketing, and sales in this industry. Would you say Warren Buffett is still lacking behind in this one thing even though he is the greatest of all? And do you support Dan Tapiero on what he says? That is all for today, folks. Would you like to add anything? Do let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, and if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.